Melania Trump, the current First Lady and wife of Donald Trump, was a well-known model before they met. Her successful career in fashion led to her own name becoming recognizable. After crossing paths with Donald, a spark was ignited, leading to their marriage. Now, at 54, she has publicly shared that he is the love of her life. But her words leave some wondering, is she speaking only of Donald, or could there be someone else she's kept hidden all these years? Join us in this video as we explore the journey that led Melania Trump to finally admit who truly holds the title of the love of her life. Melania Trump's secret confession about Donald Trump, a love story. After years of speculation, Melania Trump has finally admitted what many have suspected all along: Donald Trump is the love of her life. Their story began in 1998 at a glamorous New York Fashion Week party hosted by former modeling agent Paolo Zampoli, where Donald Trump met Slovenian model Melania Naus, now Melania Trump, for the first time. Trump, who was separated from his second wife, Marla Maples, arrived with another woman, but his attention quickly turned to Melania. Years later, rumors emerged suggesting Melania privately confessed that she knew, even in that moment, that Trump might be the love of her life. During a 2016 Harper's Bazaar interview, she recounted how Trump wanted her phone number that night, but she refused because he was with someone else. Instead, she asked for his number. "I wanted to see what kind of number he'd give me," she explained. Trump handed her all his numbers, his office, Mar-a-Lago, and even his New York home. After waiting a few days, she decided to call him, adding, "I was struck by his energy. He has an amazing vitality." By 2000, as Trump made his first attempt at presidential politics, the couple briefly split. Trump called Melania an amazing, terrific woman and told the New York Times that she will be missed. However, the separation didn't last long, fueling speculation that Melania's feelings for Trump may have been far stronger than she let on. By February of that year, the two reunited, and their relationship only grew stronger. In 2004, Trump proposed to Melania at the Met Gala in a moment that felt as dramatic as their story. "It was a great surprise," Melania said of the proposal. "We are very happy together." Less than a year later, in January 2005, they married in a grand ceremony at Mar-a-Lago, with a star-studded reception to follow. After the wedding, Melania called the day "fantastic" and said, "We had a great time." Trump famously commented on their decision to honeymoon at home, "Why leave our beautiful house and go to some tropical island where things aren't as clean?" While Melania has rarely spoken about her deeper feelings, whispers about her privately admitting Trump was the love of her life have only grown over the years. Her reflections on their early connection and unwavering bond seem to hint at a sentiment that, despite their public lives, their love has remained central to their story. At the time, Donald was 58 and completely confident in his third marriage. He told people that if he didn't have such a great wife, he'd be much more nervous. When Larry King asked Melania if she was nervous, she replied, "We know what kind of relationship we have, and I don't think I should be scared of anything." After marrying Melania, Donald said he planned to have children with her. He mentioned on Larry King Live, "I'm not going to do the diapers, she will be an unbelievable mother. I'll be a good father, but I'll be doing my deals." In 2006, the couple welcomed their only child, Baron Trump. Once Baron was born, Donald changed his mind about fatherhood. He told people, "I love feeding the baby, not because I have to, but because I love it." What key moments in their relationship have been memorable following Melania Trump's confession? Keep watching to find out. Moments of affection in Donald and Melania Trump's relationship. Throughout their relationship, Donald and Melania Trump have shared moments of public affection, though these have been rare. From campaign rallies to presidential events, they have occasionally provided glimpses of their bond in public, reflecting a dynamic that continues to intrigue observers. The year 2016 was pivotal for Donald Trump and his family as he campaigned for the presidency. During the Republican National Convention in Cleveland on July 18, Donald was joined by Melania on stage. In her speech, Melania praised Donald's kindness, remarking, "This kindness is not always noted, but it is there for all to see." Donald and Melania Trump have shared various public moments of affection throughout their relationship, though they have often been scrutinized for their body language. One notable event captured them lightly hugging or leaning in for a kiss. In a memorable instance, Melania kissed Donald on the cheek while raising her hand to the crowd, with Donald appearing pleased by this rare public display of affection. However, body language expert Patty Wood observed that their interactions sometimes seemed stiff, describing one embrace during the convention as lacking warmth and not even a real hug. Despite this, Melania appeared unwavering in her support for her husband, emphasizing that their relationship was equal in nature. Public events also offered glimpses into their dynamic. In 2009, the couple attended a New York Mets game, where Donald appeared visibly affectionate toward Melania. Just a few years into their marriage, they frequently attended public events together and seemed to enjoy each other's company. Donald reflected on their bond during a 2011 interview on The Oprah Winfrey Show, where he described their relationship as strong and built on mutual support. Melania also emphasized that being married to Donald required intelligence, independence, and quick thinking. Even before Donald's presidency, the media closely analyzed the couple's interactions. A New York Magazine article once noted that they often struck similar poses in photographs, both squinting their eyes and slightly opening their mouths. Melania's role as First Lady came with its own set of challenges. In 2017, Vanity Fair reported rumors suggesting she may not have wanted the position, though the couple never addressed these speculations publicly. Nevertheless, Melania consistently appeared by Donald's side during official events. In 2018, the Trumps welcomed French President Emmanuel Macron to the White House with a state arrival ceremony. During the event, Donald placed his hands on Melania's arms and leaned in for a kiss. However, the brim of Melania's white hat complicated the moment, resulting in quick air kisses instead. That same year, Melania hosted an event in the East Room to honor military mothers and wives. During the event, Donald wrapped his arms around her and kissed her as they smiled at each other. Such public kisses, however, were typically limited to polite pecks on the cheek. One of the more notable instances of public affection occurred during a 2016 campaign rally in Wilmington, North Carolina. Wearing a white, "Make America Great Again" hat, Donald shared multiple kisses with Melania on stage. After introducing her husband to the crowd, Melania embraced and kissed him amidst cheers, and the two held hands as they walked together, projecting a united front. Throughout the campaign, Melania expressed admiration for Donald in her speeches. At the 2016 Republican National Convention, she declared, "I have been with Donald for 18 years and have been aware of his love for this country since we first met," highlighting her steadfast support during his political journey. Despite occasional critiques from body language experts, Melania consistently supported Donald publicly. In 2020, during the Republican National Convention held in the White House's Rose Garden, she praised Donald's leadership and his commitment to prioritizing the American people. The Trumps faced significant challenges during Donald's presidency, including both testing positive for COVID-19 in 2020. Despite these difficulties, Melania remained a supportive First Lady. At a military mothers celebration in 2019, Donald publicly thanked her, stating, "You did a beautiful job in organizing this incredible celebration." The couple's final months in the White House included hosting another Republican National Convention. During the event, they shared a kiss, with Melania commending Donald's administration for its efforts in promoting women in leadership roles. Donald's 2017 inauguration marked a significant moment in their shared journey, with all of his children in attendance. Melania wore a striking sky blue Ralph Lauren dress and was often seen holding hands with Donald throughout the day. However, some observers noted stiffness in their interactions, with body language expert Susan Constantine commenting, "If you didn't know they were married, you wouldn't know that they are married." Despite such critiques, the Trumps consistently presented themselves as a team. At the Liberty inaugural ball, Donald expressed gratitude for Melania, referring to her as his #1 supporter. Before they danced to Frank Sinatra's "My Way," questions arose about whether Melania and Donald Trump's relationship could encounter difficulties. What factors could threaten their connection? Stay tuned to find out. Melania and Donald Trump's changing relationship, signs of strain? Many people have noticed some awkward moments in their public appearances, leading to questions about the true nature of their relationship. Nicole Moore, a life coach and relationship expert, shared insights based on their body language. She believes that while Melania once loved Donald, things may have changed. Moore points to a 2015 interview with Barbara Walters, where Melania smiled and seemed happy when talking about how they met. This suggests there was genuine love at that time. However, when Melania spoke about supporting Donald's decision to run for president, her body language seemed less enthusiastic. She didn't look at Donald or smile at him when she said she supported him, making Moore think that Melania wasn't fully happy about his decision to run. In 2018, when asked if she loved Donald, Melania answered, yes, but her body language suggested otherwise. She smiled in a way that made it look like she was just saying what people wanted to hear, not showing genuine emotion. Moore also believes Donald still has affection for Melania, pointing to their first dance at his inauguration in 2017. Donald held her close and smiled, but Melania's body language seemed to show that her feelings were fading. Over time, Melania has been seen pulling away from Donald's attempts to hold her hand, and her body language shows a distance between them. When they arrived at the White House in 2017, Donald quickly went ahead to shake hands with Barack Obama, leaving Melania behind. She seemed nervous and uncomfortable during the exchange, and her body language suggested she was on her own. At a 2018 event, Donald stood next to Melania, but there was no sign of closeness, such as holding hands. Moore described their body language as emotionally disconnected. After Donald's first term as president ended in 2021, Melania chose to stay out of the public eye. In October 2021, when the couple attended a World Series game, Melania rolled her eyes while Donald gave a thumbs up to the crowd. Moore believes this was a moment of genuine unhappiness, and Melania quickly tried to hide it with a smile that seemed fake. In January 2024, when Melania's mother passed away, she and Donald attended the funeral together. At the service, Melania seemed sad and kept her emotions to herself. She didn't make eye contact with Donald or reach for his hand. Moore suggested this showed that Melania was not turning to her husband for comfort and that they don't seem to have a relationship where they share emotional support through physical touch. Beyond rumors from body language experts about Melania and Donald's marriage, what other controversial issues have surfaced that could threaten their relationship? Keep watching to find out. Donald Trump faces infidelity allegations. Stormy Daniels took the stand in Donald Trump's criminal trial, recounting a sexual encounter she claims happened in 2006, just months after the birth of Trump's youngest son, Barron. She testified that they met during a celebrity golf tournament at Lake Tahoe, where she was representing her film company. Later, Trump's bodyguard extended an invitation to dinner on Trump's behalf. Although she initially declined, Daniels eventually agreed after her publicist suggested the meeting could boost her career. According to Daniels, the dinner took place in Trump's hotel suite. Their conversation touched on topics like her work in the adult film industry and Trump's involvement with WWE. She described the exchange as lengthy and sometimes awkward. At one point, she asked about Trump's wife, Melania, and recalled Trump's response, "We don't even sleep in the same room." Daniels testified about an unexpected moment when she returned from the bathroom to find Trump on the bed in his boxers. She said they had sex, emphasizing that she was neither threatened nor under the influence of drugs or alcohol during the encounter. While she did not say no, Daniels admitted she felt ashamed afterward and kept the incident mostly private, even from her boyfriend at the time. She also shared details of Trump's comments, including a remark comparing her to his daughter, saying she was smart, blonde, and beautiful. Daniels expressed frustration with Trump's arrogance during their conversation. Trump's legal team attempted to limit Daniels' testimony, arguing that certain details were irrelevant, unfairly damaging to their client. While the judge acknowledged that some statements could have been omitted, he denied the defense's request for a mistrial. Later, Trump's attorney, Susan Necheles, cross-examined Daniels, challenging her credibility and motives. Necheles accused Daniels of using the story for profit and pointed out inconsistencies in her past accounts. When asked if she hated Trump, Daniels gave a firm yes. She explained that her decision to share her story wasn't for money but because Trump ran for president and her non-disclosure agreement had expired. This case centers on allegations that Trump orchestrated a hush-money payment to Daniels during his 2016 campaign to prevent her from speaking out. Prosecutors claim Trump disguised the reimbursement as legal fees. Trump has pleaded not guilty to falsifying business records and denies having an affair with Daniels. Before Tuesday's proceedings, Trump took to his social media platform, Truth Social, to criticize the trial as biased. The post was later deleted, likely due to previous contempt violations related to the court's gag order. Following rumors of infidelity, how could Melania respond to these allegations? Stay tuned to find out. Melania Trump's response to infidelity rumors and legal issues. Melania Trump has always maintained that rumors about her husband, President Donald Trump's alleged infidelity, are not her concern. In an interview with ABC during her visit to Africa, she was asked if she still loved her husband. She simply replied, "Yes, we are fine." Yes. When asked about the gossip surrounding her marriage, Melania acknowledged that the media enjoys speculation, saying, "Gossip sells newspapers and magazines." She went on to express her frustration, adding, "Unfortunately, that's the world we live in today." When questioned about whether the rumors regarding her husband's alleged affairs had caused issues in their marriage, Melania downplayed them. "It is not my concern or focus," she said. "I'm a mother and a first lady, and I have much more important things to think about and do." However, when pressed about whether these rumors had hurt her, Melania hesitated before responding, "It's not always pleasant, of course. But I know what is right and wrong, and what is true and not true." Melania has consistently referred to the hush money case with Stormy Daniels as her husband's issue, not hers. Despite this, she has privately referred to the trial as a disgrace, and believes it could harm Donald Trump's campaign. When news first broke in January 2018 about the payment to the porn star, Melania was furious. She immediately left for Palm Beach while Donald remained in Washington. Upon her return, she chose to travel separately for his first State of the Union address, signaling a clear emotional distance. When the criminal trial against Donald Trump opened, where he faced charges of falsifying records to conceal the Stormy Daniels scandal, Melania did not attend. However, privately, Melania shares her husband's belief that the trial is unfair. She has called the legal proceedings a disgrace and expressed the view that it interferes with the election. According to someone close to her, who cannot speak publicly due to personal relationships with the Trumps, Melania is firm in her belief that the trial was a political move designed to harm Donald Trump's chances in the election. Could Melania and Donald face more challenges as new rumors about their marriage continue to emerge? Keep watching to find out. Melania and Donald Trump's separate bedrooms and marriage rumors. There have always been rumors about Melania Trump not wanting to fully embrace the role of First Lady. Earlier in 2020, a book called The Art of Her Deal by Washington Post reporter Mary Jordan was released. The book suggested that Melania and Donald Trump often lived separate lives, including sleeping in separate rooms at the White House. This wasn't a new idea, as rumors about Melania and Donald's sleeping arrangement started in 2016 when Donald Trump moved into the White House alone. Multiple anonymous sources told Us Weekly that Melania and Donald never slept together, even when they were in the same house. They were said to have separate bedrooms. One source also claimed they never spent the night together, and Business Insider later found that these stories could be traced back to 2006, just a year after Donald and Melania married. At that time, a Playboy playmate claimed she had an affair with Trump and that he showed off Melania's separate bedroom arrangement to her. Bedroom in Trump Tower. Donald later explained that Melania liked her own space to read or be alone. For many people, marriage usually means sharing personal space, including sleeping in the same bed. But in Melania and Donald's case, they live in separate rooms. This situation might not be as unusual as it sounds. A 2017 survey by the National Sleep Foundation found that nearly 1 in 4 married couples in the US sleep in separate beds. For most people, this is about getting better sleep for work, taking care of kids, and managing a household, not just for alone time. While people often gossip about the Trumps' marriage, the couple tries to keep details about where they sleep private. Beyond all the rumors, Melania and Donald also have their own personal lives. Let's take a look at Donald Trump's political journey. Donald Trump's political journey and presidency. Donald Trump is the 47th President of the United States, beginning his second term in 2025 after securing victory in the 2024 election. Previously, he served as the 45th president from 2017 to 2021. Trump has pursued the presidency 4 times, in 2000, 2016, 2020, and 2024, and briefly considered runs in 2004 and 2012. His 2016 victory was historic. While he lost the popular vote to Hillary Clinton by 2.8 million votes, he won the presidency through the Electoral College. On January 20, 2017, he became the first U.S. president without any prior political or military experience. After losing his 2020 re-election bid to Joe Biden, Trump left office with some of the lowest approval ratings in history, including a final 34% approval and 62% disapproval. Scholars have consistently ranked his presidency among the country's worst. Trump's involvement in politics dates back to the late 1980s when he first floated the idea of running for president. Although he remained politically active for years, he was largely dismissed as a serious contender. In 2012, he gained national attention by promoting the false birther conspiracy against President Barack Obama, a move that elevated his political profile. Despite initial skepticism, Trump emerged as the Republican Party's 2016 presidential nominee, defeating 16 competitors. Later, U.S. intelligence agencies concluded that Russia had interfered in the election to support Trump's campaign. His presidency was characterized by high staff turnover, numerous controversies, and 2 impeachments. He also faced the challenges of leading the nation during the outbreak of the COVID-19 pandemic. In June 2019, Trump officially announced his campaign for re-election. Although the 2020 election was called for Joe Biden within days, Trump refused to concede, falsely claiming victory and delaying the transition process. On January 6, 2021, he was impeached for inciting the Capitol attack, but the Senate acquitted him as the 2/3 majority required for conviction was not met. His continued insistence that he had won the 2020 election deepened divisions within the Republican Party. Trump's political career has been marked by controversy, resilience, and an enduring ability to dominate the public and political landscape. What role has Melania Trump played since taking on the role of First Lady? Not once but twice. Stay tuned to find out. Melania Trump's role and milestones as First Lady. After Donald Trump assumed the presidency on January 20, 2017, Melania Trump chose not to relocate to Washington, D.C. immediately. Instead, she remained in New York so their son Barron could complete his school year. This decision also allowed Barron to transition into life at the White House gradually, helping him feel more comfortable with the significant change. During this time, Melania renegotiated her prenuptial agreement with Donald, adapting it to their new circumstances and securing a fair inheritance for Barron. Melania became the second foreign-born First Lady of the United States, following Louisa Adams, who hailed from England. She also held the distinction of being the first naturalized U.S. citizen in the role. Melania claimed fluency in several languages, including English, Italian, French, German, and her native Slovene. However, she only publicly spoke English and Slovene. Additionally, she was the second Catholic First Lady in U.S. history, preceded by Jacqueline Kennedy. Melania's decision to remain in New York gave rise to speculation that Donald's daughter Ivanka might step in as an acting First Lady. Donald's staff expressed dissatisfaction with Melania's absence, as it fueled rumors about their marriage and left her unable to provide a stabilizing presence for Donald. Meanwhile, many New Yorkers resented the disruption caused by heightened security, which resulted in increased costs and traffic congestion. For Melania, however, adjusting to the Secret Service presence was relatively easy, as she had long been accustomed to her husband's private security. She was assigned the code name, Muse, while Donald's was Mogul. As First Lady, Melania faced new challenges, such as addressing weighty topics like immigration, a stark contrast to her former career as a model. Early on, controversy arose over her biography on the White House website, which mentioned her now-closed jewelry business. Critics accused her of using her official position for personal promotion. In February 2017, Melania sued the Daily Mail over claims that she had worked for an escort agency. She stated that the false accusations caused her emotional distress. On March 8, 2017, Melania hosted her first major White House event, a luncheon to celebrate International Women's Day. She shared her experiences as a female immigrant and emphasized the importance of education in combating gender inequality. In May 2017, the Trumps visited Vatican City, where Melania, a practicing Catholic, had her rosary beads blessed by Pope Francis. She also visited a children's hospital and placed flowers at a statue of the Madonna. Later that same month, Melania attracted significant media attention during a visit to Israel. While walking with Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, Donald appeared to forget Melania was at his side, leaving her behind. When he later reached back for her hand, she visibly slapped it away. This moment marked the first time the media highlighted her independent streak. On January 20, 2025, Melania made history during the 60th presidential inauguration. She became the second First Lady to serve in the role twice but not consecutively, following Francis Cleveland's precedent. Before becoming First Lady and finding love, how was Melania Trump's life? Keep watching to find out. Melania's path, from Slovenia to a modeling career in the US. Before meeting her husband, Donald Trump, and becoming one of the first models signed to Trump Model Management in February 1999, Melania had already started building her modeling career. Melania Trump was born on April 26, 1970, in Novo Mesto, Yugoslavia, now part of Slovenia. Her father, Viktor Trump, started as a chauffeur and later transitioned to selling car parts for a state-owned company while building connections with the League of Communists of Yugoslavia. Her mother, Melania, worked as a pattern maker at Jutranjka, a children's clothing factory in Sevnica. The family lived in a government-owned housing complex called Naselja Heroja Maroka. Melania grew up with an older sister, Ins, and also has an older half-brother from her father's previous relationship. Melania was discovered by Slovenian photographer Stane Jerko at the age of 16 after participating in a school fashion show. Although she initially aspired to become a fashion designer, she shifted her focus to modeling. She won a contest organized by the Italian studio Cinecittà, which included a movie role as part of the prize, but she declined it after experiencing inappropriate advances from a producer. As her modeling career gained momentum, she adopted the name Melania Naus and began traveling across Europe for work. However, she eventually lost touch with most people from Slovenia, maintaining contact only with a few relatives. In 1992, Melania was a runner-up in the Look of the Year contest organized by Jana magazine, which offered international modeling contracts to its top contestants. She briefly signed with RVR Reclame in Milan but left after a few months. Over the next few years, she modeled in various European cities and even portrayed the first female president of the United States in a 1993 project. Around the age of 23 or 24, she moved to Paris, where she shared an apartment with Swedish model Victoria Silvstedt. In 1995, Melania met Paolo Zampoli, the co-owner of Metropolitan Models, during one of his scouting trips. Zampoli encouraged her to move to the United States and promised to represent her. In 1996, at the age of 26, considered old for a new model, she relocated to New York City. She lived in an apartment in Union Square with photographer Matthew Atanian, with her rent deducted from her modeling paychecks. Once in the United States, her journey toward international recognition began. Melania maintained a disciplined lifestyle. She avoided alcohol, partying, and an active social life, instead choosing to focus on her career. In 1997, she participated in a nude photo shoot for Max, a French men's magazine, alongside another female model. The shoot, done by photographer Alexandre Aile de Basseville, was unpaid but promised exposure. These images were mostly forgotten until they resurfaced in 2016 during her husband's presidential campaign. When Melania first arrived in the US, her travel visa did not permit her to work. Despite this, she completed 10 modeling jobs, earning about $20,000. She later obtained an H-1B visa, allowing her to work legally. Her first major job was a Camel cigarette advertisement, shot by Ellen von Unworth, which appeared on a Times Square billboard and in Rolling Stone magazine. The job was possible due to U.S. laws requiring cigarette ads to feature models aged 25 or older, excluding most younger models. When her roommate moved out, Melania moved to an apartment near Park Avenue. What do you think about Melania Trump's confession? Do you believe her marriage to Donald Trump will endure and remain strong in the long run? Let us know in the comments section below. Thank you for watching this video. We hope you found it interesting. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Click the next video shown on your screen to catch up on your favorite celebrity stories. See you there.